guys, last night here, and welcome back to the collection zone where we review toys and the packaging wouldn't matter. But we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Let's go a little bit more this way. There we go. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. So today we're going to be doing the top 20 Transformers in my collection. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of lists, like ranking videos, like this. But this is I just want to get this out as soon as possible. This might come out after New Year's, so yeah. But this is going to be only official figures. Now, stuff like ABC Toys Attack Prime, Unique Toys Challenger, none of that is going to be qualified for this one. There's going to be a separate video for that, don't worry. But this is just going to be official releases. Now, couple rules. Rule number 1, there will be no figures on this list that are below, I would say, $20, meaning nothing below deluxes, meaning no core class, no legends, nothing like that. Number 2, I will only be doing figures from War for Cybertron onward. War for Cybertron and Studio Series onward. So that means no Last Night, no Transformers Prime, nothing like that. Just figures that came out during those times, during the birth of Studio Series and the birth of the War for Cybertron trilogy. But yeah. Now, this is going to be, for some of these rankings, there's going to be like 3-way ties, because I have so many figures that I cannot put some figures into one spot. I tried to put every figure that I could into this list, but, it is what it is. So, let's start off with our honorable mentions. Coming in at the first honorable mention is the Robot Enhanced Design RED RC. Now, the only reason this is on here is because I actually do like this figure. And another reason is that this does not transform. It's on the honorable mention because paint-wise, it did suck. Quality-wise, it was decent. I haven't had any breakages on this figure. Articulation was really decent. The accessories, though they need to get painted, it was really good. But I didn't think this was a bad figure. Me personally, I didn't think this was a bad figure. But yeah, so that's it for honorable mention 1. Slashing their way to honorable mention number 2 is the Last Night Voyager class Megatron and Last Night Voyager Optimus Prime. These two especially are in the honorable mentions because these two have been the funnest figures I have ever handled. Quality wise, they're really good. Transformation wise, aside from the kibble on Prime, he's really good. Megatron is actually even better. The paint initially was not that good, but once I spice it up, as you can see, they're really, 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 really good. So yeah, these are really prized figures in my collection. I have updated them, a little bit. If you saw my Grinder review, I did update him. I saw this one guy on Instagram who who did a really good job at customizing their Last Night Megatron, and I wanted to replicate that as close as I could, which I think I did a good job. But I did have to completely repaint this guy a bunch of times. I even had to repaint this guy a bunch of times as well. But I think these two really came out, really, really good. So yeah, there you have that. Buzzing their way into the honorable mention number 3 is the Studio Series 24/25 Bumblebee 2-pack of The Last Night Bumblebee and Bumblebee Movie Bumblebee. Now, these two I did buy during the Studio Series. I did buy these two at Target. I think this was a Target exclusive. I'm not 100% sure. But the only reason that these two are in the honorable mentions and not in the proper list is because these two are technically re-releases. The Last Night Bumblebee was originally from The Last Night. He was released around the tail part of The Last Night when those figures were done. And Volkswagen Bumblebee was around the time when Studio Series was starting to, get in to, when, the Bumblebee movie was starting to come around and Studio Series was just blossoming. I have seen people regard this figure as being one of the worst Bumblebee figures. I don't think it's that bad. I do have my problems with it, I do. But, I do like it. Quality-wise, it is really good. Same as the Last Night one. I did break one of the windows to it, so that kind of sucks. But this is a really solid figure. More solid than some of the other Bumblebees I will be taking a look at on this list. But yeah, these are two really solid figures that I think deserved an honorable mention. So without further ado, let's get into the top 20. Taking spot number 20 on my list is the Transformers Studio Series SS70 B127 from the Bumblebee movie. Honestly, this is not a good figure. Quality-wise, he's good. Paint, other than the paint that I applied to him, he's complete and utter garbage. He's the wrong shade of yellow. I do like the yellow, but it's the wrong shade. And, this figure is just, it's not that good. Transformation is, bit of a pain. The legs are just atrocious. The entire car being on the back is ugh. I did see someone take their SS Cliff Jumper, the Bumblebee movie Cliff Jumper, and they completely made it better. I can't remember for the life of me what that channel name was, but it's just the quality of this figure is not really that good. Plus, the hip ball joints were incredibly loose out of the package, and that suffered. The only reason I got this figure was because of the battle mask, because I wanted to switch the battle mask on the off-road bee for this one. I know it doesn't look, cohesive, but I don't really care. I just wanted this for the battle mask head. So yeah. So next up is the Studio Series SS Lockdown. Now, this guy, he's lower for a couple reasons. One, this guy is technically broken. I did break the clip on the back for the kibble. Two, most of the excuses are my fault, but there's one excuse that I cannot forgive. Two, his paint scheme was completely wrong. He was a lighter shade of gray. I've known him to be, like a black. I did repaint him in black, so, that's good. He only came with his hook and his sword. I took the gun from Shadow Raider. I had to return that figure, but I took the gun. I totally forgot to repack the gun with Shadow Raider. And, it's just, now, it's not a bad figure. This is definitely an improvement over the old Age of Extinction Deluxe. This is definitely an improvement. However, I feel like the improvements done to this figure were... I feel like he needs more improvement. I'm not saying, unique to his Peru kill, the third-party movie Lockdown. I'm not saying, they should go all out for that. But I'm just saying, try to learn from that, And, the fact of the matter is that the entire side and back of the car is just hanging off the back of his legs. And, I'm not really fond of that. So that's really why he's on the bottom of this list. I do like this figure, but I think he can be improved. Coming in at number 18 is the Studio Series 43 KSI Boss from Age of Extinction. Couple reasons why this is a little bit lower. This is a good figure, don't get me wrong, this is a good figure. I just feel like there are better figures in my collection than this. This is my placement for Nitro Zeus, so, it does have a plus to it. Quality-wise, it is good. Over the course of when I've had this figure, it seems like it's a lot harder to get the tabs tabbed in, especially for the wings and for the back fin, which broke. The clip for the back fin broke, but luckily it does tab into the gun. Quality-wise, he's good. Paint, always with these Studio Series and all that, they need extra paint. I gave him extra paint. Transformation, other than everything not tabbing in, it's pretty good, pretty solid. Robot mode looks excellent. This is supposed to be my Nitro Zeus, however, it's not the correct head. Also, the Titan Master head, I'm not really... I don't hate it, but, I feel like we need to let go of that Titan Master thing. It's come back with, Black Zarak, and I'm not really fond of it, so, So, next up is in spot number 17, and that is the SS-49 Camaro Bumblebee. Now, this is a good figure. This is one of the best Studio Series Bumblebees that I own. It's, quality-wise, this is a good figure. This is a good figure. He looks good. This guy's been released 3 times. None of those times have had him with the battle mask off, the regular faceplate. So that's kind of sad to see. Transformation, it works, it's solid, it's really good. Vehicle mode looks excellent, but there is one major problem with this guy. The clear plastic for the joints on the door wings. That really drags this guy down for me. Y'all know that I hate clear plastic, painted clear plastic for joints. I hate that, and I think that should be abolished. I think that should be illegal in the toy business. But other than that, this is a really solid figure. Th- in my personal opinion, this has got to be the best Bumblebee. This took cues off the movie masterpiece, which is a good thing because the movie masterpiece is basically the best version of movie one Bumblebee. And I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think maybe a third-party company has taken the movie masterpiece and turned it into the ROTF Bumblebee. Um, but it's the fact of the matter that the clear plastic has broken, and they put it on some major joints here, and it really shows that that this figure can and will break easily. So yeah. Now these next few um, places are gonna be 2 or 3-way ties. Basically because I can't really see much to hate about them. And because most of them have the same problem. But for spot number 14, not 14, 16, is Kingdom, Waspinator, and Netflix Elita One. These are both really good figures. Quality wise, they're really good. Nothing's gonna break. Um, you know, the paint on Waspinator, I said this in my review, which has been copyright claimed for some awful reason. I don't get the copyright claim on that video. I posted that today, which is the 30th of um, December. But I really just it's just the fact of the matter being that it was copyright claimed, uh, you know, moments after it was uploaded. But anyway, enough about that. Basically, these two figures, they have removable kibble, that makes it look better. And these two are on the same boat because their weapons kind of suck. Waspinator came with just a part of his, wasp, but Elita One, she does have a different blaster. I gave her that blaster, but she does have this just pistol, which just sucks. And I just feel like these two could have been improved. But it's just that you know but there are better figures than this. No shame on these figures. So seeking their way into spot number 15 is Studio Series 65 Blitzwing and Earthrise Starscream. Studio Series Blitzwing is a really good figure, really good. Not his vehicle mode isn't really that accurate to what his on-screen appearance had, but it is still a good figure. Robot mode is good. Though the problem with him was his chest not really tapping in. That's what really set him apart, and really brought him down. But with a quick fix of thickening up that back, it really fixed this, and it has been really good ever since. But it is a really good figure. He comes with the electron spike. He comes with his gun. He comes with posable hands. Only in one, which is kind of sad. But he does come with a good assortment of accessories. Earthrise Starscream, however, he's not a bad figure. Quality-wise, he's good. Vehicle mode looks good. Though I wish he came with real thrusters, for the back. And that's that. Transformation at first was admittedly a little bit complex for me, or a little bit confusing for me. But over the course of time, I have learned to go with it. The main issue that many people have with this guy is that it was lazy, considering what Kingdom Cyclonus could do. They thought that they could fold in the feet and fold out some thrusters. He has a hollow gap right here, and it's just the nose cone is just sitting on the back. That's people's main problems with that. But I think that the main problem with not this figure in particular, but the re-release of this guy, the Studio Series 86 Coronation Starscream, is that figure was way too overpriced for what you got. Basically, what you got is a slight repaint, slight remold of this guy with just some accessories, and that warranted the Lear class price point. That is very lazy. And my opinion is, if you have this Earthrise Starscream figure, do not waste your money on that Coronation Starscream. There is some upgrade kits there out on eBay, I think by Matrix Workshop, that gives him the Coronation set for like $10-15, and you don't have to pay, like $50 for a re-release of a figure, and, just a few extra accessories. The throne itself, the chair itself is good, but I don't think it warrants the price point that, that it was given. So, these are really good figures, but, I feel like there are better figures on this list. So, coming in at the next spot, swiping in at the number 14 spot, is a three-way tie between Studio Series 75 Jolt, Studio Series 78 Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe, and Studio Series 56 Dark of the Moon Soundwave. These three were placed in the same spot for a particular reason. Their car modes, the entire roof of the car is painted clear plastic, and like Studio Series Bumblebee, I don't like that. Quality wise, these guys haven't broken on me. Let me just be clear on that. These guys haven't broken on me. But quality wise, these two are great. Their predecessors are good figures. The previous Studio Series Sideswipe is good, but the paint, I heard that people had a problem with the paint on this guy on the previous Dark of the Moon version, and that he was convertible, so people wanted the Revenge of the Fallen look, and they got it. For this guy, people prefer this mold over the Satellite. I prefer this mode over the Satellite because the Satellite mode just sucks. The Studio Series version, the original one is vastly superior. I don't have that one, so and he comes with Laserbeak. Sideswipe comes with his 2 blades and the 2 guns, which are stored on his back right now. Jolt, which is very recent. I don't know what the heck that is. But anyway, Jolt, he comes with his 2 electric whips. Though they're not really that posable unless you heat them up. They are really good accessories. He is kind of like a cluttered mess, kibble mess. So is Sideswipe. But, that's how their designs are. Specifically for Jolt, that's how his design is. Sideswipe is a lot cleaner, but I feel like they can't really do much about that. Soundwave is a lot different because I was able to remove the hood of the car, with it just being a clip, which really solved this figure's problem for me. But the thing that he was lacking was his gun, or his guns. And, there's upgrade kits out there for that, but, I just wish he came with his guns. Um, you know, and also, there's better, as I said before, there's better figures on this list than these three. So, taking up spot number 13, taking up the next spot is another three-way tie. Sort of 2, 3, whatever you want to look at it. But coming in at number 13 is the Siege Prime mold, both the original and the Netflix version, and Studio Series 73 Grindor. Now, I just reviewed this guy not too long ago. And the reason he's so low on the list is because the problems I faced with him right out of the box. Some of the tabbing wasn't really good. The paint is good. I don't feel like I do want to paint this guy, but it's like, it's no effort. The shoulders, they did not fix that for Blackout, from Blackout. The new hands is really a nice touch. And the kibble being there, it's just, why not give Grindor his proper weapon? And it's like, this is just, if this is just a second release of, if you didn't get Blackout and you want posable hand and you don't want to go out for the DNA, or you didn't get the DNA design Gearmaster set, this is your chance to get posable hands on a Blackout with a new paint job. Also, not many people care for Grindor. The Siege Prime mold, on the other hand, is a really well done set. It's a really well done mold. Quality wise, really good. I did break one of the clips on on the actual Siege Optimus Prime. That was just my own stupidity. But it's really good. Nemesis Prime, though he is kind of like a re-release of, like everything from the Power of the Primes. Optimus Prime plus a recolor of this guy. It is a really good mold and really warrants that price. Though it took me a lot of effort to track down, I eventually got it. But paint wise, minus the paint that I added on him, really good. Now I know that there is a premium finish to this guy. I'm not gonna get that because the premium let me tell you something about the premium finish real quick. The premium finish line just looks like a bunch of tampografts, just pixely messes onto pre-existing figures. The premium finish Bumblebee is complete and utter garbage. The premium finish Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime is actually pretty good. I actually do like that one. The premium finish Siege Optimus Prime, with the addition of the green windows, it is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. I just saw a review of the premium finish Siege Megatron, and let me tell you right now, that is the worst thing for that price point. You're paying like double the price for just grainy textures and pixelated battle damage on a figure. If you're gonna go with Siege Megatron mold, go with the Netflix one. Either the spoiler pack or the 3-pack from the Netflix wave, from the first Netflix wave. But do not get that premium finish. Unless you want to customize it. Then go right ahead. Spend your money. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, but, just think about what you're doing before you do it. But yeah, all these figures are really good. It's just, that there's some other better figures. letting no one escape from their grasp is the Studio Series 72 Bumblebee movie Starscream and the Netflix War for Cybertron 3-pack of Soundwave, Ravage, and Laserbeak. Ravage is somewhere else right now. But these two are really good figures. Quality-wise, they feel really good. Of course, I have the core class Megatron's gun there with the add-ons that I gave him. Studio Series 72 Starscream, though he had his limited screen time, is a really good figure. Quality-wise, he's really good. The re-release of him with, Thrust, I don't really care for. I'm probably just going to stick with Starscream and just be done with it because I don't really care for the rest of the Seekers. Unless they come out with maybe Thundercracker and Skywarp, maybe I'll get them. But at this point, I'm really just going to stick with Starscream. But, the Cybertronian Tetrajet mode, though obscure, is really good. Transformation works solid, all that. My complaints are just personal complaints with my figure. The null rays don't really tab in that good. They're really loose. I gotta thicken those up. I finally got some floor polish too, which is really good. And, this wing just likes to droop. Okay, fine. Prove me wrong. Whatever. But, it is a really solid figure. Netflix Soundwave is very elusive, I know that, but it is a really good figure. If you have the Siege mold of Soundwave, you can just forget about that and get this one. If you can't track that one down, I got nothing for you. But this is the best thing you're gonna have. This is the best version of G1 Soundwave you're gonna get. His cassette player mode is really, really good. The back is a little bit, kind of a mess. My only problem is maybe, this is a personal QC issue, is that the buttons on the front, when you're going into cassette mode, don't like to tab in. I completely eliminated the whole tabbing situation. But, I just feel like that wasn't, really good. His robot mode looks excellent. Articulation really, really good for, what you're getting. And, the accessories he comes with his rocket launcher, he comes with his concussion blaster, he comes with both Laserbeak and Ravage, which is really good. And they're better versions than their Battle Masters, the earlier versions from the Siege show, And I feel like those figures are really... and I feel like these versions of Ravage and Laserbeak are really, really good. So, yeah. Arming his way up into the number 11 spot is the Studio Series SS44 Leader Class Optimus Prime. This figure is really well done. Quality-wise, he feels really good. The truck mode is really, really excellent. The trailer is... there's a lot to be desired there. The conversion of the weapons rack for the trailer is a nice touch. We've never gotten that. Robot mode looks good. It looks really, really good. This is basically a re-release of the SS32 Optimus Prime with just a new chest and some new paint apps, which I do appreciate. I don't like re-releases often, but it's really good to have this Studio Series Prime. Putting aside the personal and the issues that I cause myself, namely the side of the waist right here and the leg. It's a really good figure. I did give him Netflix Nemesis Prime, so rifle there. My only problem with this thing is the weapons. Now, the only good weapon in this set is his ion blaster. That's the only good thing in this set. The sword that he comes with it's fine. It's just fine. The axe is pathetic. The shield that he comes with is pathetic. And looks something like what Captain America wielded in Infinity War. The two Gatling guns they're nice, but they don't tab all the way into the arm. The jetpack itself is just pitiful. It's not articulated. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I have not once displayed this guy with the jetpack. A, because it's probably gonna fall off. B, because I don't look at him like looking at the hollow spaces in the front. And C, it just looks ugly. Though I did put paint on that jetpack, that thing is in a box right now. It's not in the original box because I don't want to get that thing out, but it's in a box with all the kibble, with all the vehicle mode kibble parts that I have from all my Transformers. That is just really bad. This figure is amazing. The figure itself is amazing. It's the accessories that really drag this thing down. So, you know. So, kicking off the number 10 spot is the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Beast Wars Megatron. This guy takes the number 10 spot because I feel like this is the best that Takara or Hasbro could have done. T-Rex mode looks excellent, and it's just really, really fun to mess with. You know, transformation was a little bit complex. Was a little bit, you know, how should I put this? Confusing at times, but it eventually got me through and is really, really good. Paint aside, this figure, robot mode looks really, really good. You know, I feel like it's the best version of Megatron that you can get at retail price, without overpricing for the Masterpiece. And, you know, I just feel like this is a really solid figure. This guy was re-released 2 times. One for an Autobot named T-Rex, which I have no idea who the hell that is. And a second time for the crossover with Transformers and Jurassic Park. And I feel like this guy being that crossover mold is just really, really good. But, you know, Beast Wars Megatron is one of my favorite Megatrons out there. And this figure really just captures that look really, really well. Honoring his way up to the number 9 spot is Kingdom Dinobot. And this guy is really, really good. You know, this is, like I said with Megatron, this is the best representation of Dinobot you can get at retail price. Dino mode, aside from the limp wrist, Velociraptor arms, this figure is really good. Articulation in Dino mode is good. Transformation was confusing at times. That's just because of my dumb brain. But, you know, it works. It's solid. Robot mode, paint aside, of course, is really, really screen accurate. And I feel like they nailed that the head for this guy. Though I did have to do a mod to the sword to make it look a little bit more, you know, screen accurate. That's just, you know, me. But other than that, you know, this figure is just, you know, perfect. I love this figure. I even took this guy outside for some pictures. in the grass, and it just looked phenomenal. So, there you go with that. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Going off road to the number 8 spot is the Studio Series 57 Off-Road Bumblebee, and this is the one of the best Bumblebee figures in my collection. Jeep mode looks excellent. Though this incarnation of Bumblebee only showed up for one scene and was never seen again. It's a really well done mold. Transformation is smooth, solid. It results in a really well done robot mode. Robot mode is really good. Kibble management is really minimal. The only point of contention that I have with this guy is the fact that his joints were kind of loose out of the packaging. But, other than that, this figure is an obvious 10 out of 10. I feel like this figure was just born to be displayed in my collection. Of course, he's got the battle mask from the B127 figure, but, I feel like that elevates this figure a lot more. Especially with the paint that I added on him, it just elevates this guy. This guy is a really good figure. The only thing that, has happened since that review is the knee joints have gotten a little bit loose. I'm going to try to tighten that up. I'll update you guys if that ever works. So, He said no talking to anybody today because SS71 Dino takes up our number 7 spot. This guy takes up the number 7 spot because he's really well done. Dino is a figure that I know a lot of fans have wanted over the course of the Studio Series, and I know that fans were just dying to have a really good representation of this guy. The only movie representation that we got from Hasbro was back when Dark of the Moon sprouted, and it was just a repainted slight remold of the Sideways figure. And for the longest time, for the last 10 years, we've asked Hasbro for a re-release and proper Dino figure, and finally they did deliver, and they did not disappoint, I'll tell you that much. Vehicle mode, though it's not a licensed Ferrari, is really close to it, and I feel like I respect that. Though they did not have the license to Ferrari, they pulled this figure off really well. For what it is. Transformation, it's smooth, solid, really works. Robot mode is really screen accurate. Though it does use some faux parts, I feel like this really is the best Dino that we can get. And I know that, some third-party companies have tried their hand at a deluxe scaled Dino, but they have not gotten this close. I feel like, this figure just shines. And when this guy was revealed, I know that everyone was hyped to get this figure in their collection. So, So there you have that. Swinging his way through the trees and into the number 6 spot is the Kingdom Optimus Primal. Now, this guy is a really good representation of Kingdom Primal, the best representation of Kingdom Primal that you can get on the market. Monkey mode looks excellent. A little bit modernized, as is with Kingdom. Transformation works solid, really well. Robot mode is excellent. And is really well done. The only point of complaint that I have for for this guy is that some of the paint has been chipping off. I haven't seen that with, most copies of this guy, but, my personal copy, it's been like this. And this just obliterates the RED figure. If you have this figure and you don't want to spend another $30 for a non-transforming version, stick with this one. I know that there was a Netflix 2-pack of him and Rat Trap. If you can get your hands on that one, go right ahead, but I suggest getting this one first. This one's actually really good. And I feel like pulls off Primal's look from Beast Wars a lot. It does a lot. I feel like this is the best Primal that we're going to get at retail scale. So let's get down to the top 5 figures in my collection. Kicking things off at number 5 is the Kingdom Cyclonus. This figure is a dream. Vehicle mode looks excellent. I can't believe they pulled this off the way they did. Transformation, it works. It's solid. It's very, very intuitive, but is very, very successful in what it does. Robot mode looks seamless. I can't spot any freaking vehicle kibble. And the fact that the entire nose cone stores in the chest is just mind-blowing. It brought back light piping. Though he doesn't come with that many accessories, what he does come with, I feel like it really does work for him. And, if you have not gotten this guy, I feel sorry for you. Because this guy is the best version of Cyclonus that you can get. And if they upscaled this guy, gave him articulated hands, and, like I said, upscaled him to Masterpiece, I feel like Takara wouldn't even have to have anything to compete with this guy. Because, this guy is that freaking good. And I even took this guy to Universal one time. That's how good he was. Is that, I took this guy to Universal one time. Though he stayed in my car because I didn't really want to lose him. The fact of the matter is that I took this guy to Universal one time. So, yeah. Lighting our darkest hour in the number 4 spot is Earthrise Optimus Prime. Now, this figure is the embodiment of MP10. Vehicle mode looks excellent. The smokestacks are a little bit short, but I can live with that. Transformation it works. It's fluid. It's really well done, and results in a really good robot mode. The robot, which looks excellent. And the amount of accessories that he comes with his Ion Blaster, he comes with a Matrix, which has not been seen in a while. I had trouble narrowing down a figure, a mass retail figure that is not Masterpiece, that had a Matrix like this, and the only one I could figure out was Hunt for the Decepticons Optimus Prime, which I do not have. I do not have that guy. But I feel like this guy is really well done and really just embodies, and the spirit of Masterpiece Optimus Prime, MP10 Optimus Prime. But my only complaint is the price point. For the amount of, you do get the trailer, that's good, but the fact of the matter is that it shouldn't warrant a leader class price point. I feel like, if they bump this is basically the size of a Voyager, and the only reason that it's put the leader class price point is because of the trailer. That's my only point of, complaining with this guy, so. And And taking our number 3 spot is the Transformers Studio Series SS56 Leader Class Shockwave, and this is a dream come true. This is the most screen accurate Dark of the Moon figure that I've ever seen in my life. Vehicle mode, though it's really limited, it really pulls off, what it set out to be. Though an argument can be made that Shockwave really didn't transform in the movie, so that's that. Transformation though is smooth, solid. It works. Robot mode is really where this guy shines, and it shines beautifully. I feel like this is the most accurate movie Shockwave you can get. The upscaled version is does have its problems, but I feel like this guy is really well done. The only thing that I wish they could have done better is the rubber parts. The arm blade is rubber, the cannon is rubber, and the fist and the hand is rubber. And I feel like if they fix that, this guy would probably take the number 2 spot. But the person who took the number 2 spot is the Studio Series SS13 Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. This guy is a dream. Much like Shockwave, this is the most screen accurate representation of ROTF Megatron. The original version of this that came out when Revenge of the Fallen came out, it was garbage, and this guy was the perfect update to this guy, and came out earlier than expected. Tank mode looks excellent. It pulls off, the see-through, the hiding face in front of the tank really well. Though, the DNA upgrade kit does enhance this to have his flying tank mode. The regular tank mode does look really good. Transformation works solid, and, it's just overall a blast to have. Robot mode is really where this guy shines. This guy shines bright, like a diamond. Copyright. Anyway, this guy is a dream, and when I even, I'm gonna tell you a little story, is that I actually got 2 of these one time. I actually bought one, and I actually got one for Christmas. I eventually returned that figure to Target. I probably should have kept that to make like a more like battle damage look, but I really am glad that I at least kept one, because let me tell you this guy is really, really well done, and is my top Studio Series, my top Bayverse Studio Series figure in my collection. Now you might be wondering, if I give this guy so much praises, why is he in the number 2 spot? Well, that's because I don't know how to say this. The best Transformer in my collection is a toss-up between Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Galvatron, Leader Galvatron, and the Studio Series 86 Voyager Class Hot Rod. I could not pick one of these figures that I do not enjoy. These two are my favorite Hasbro products that I've ever owned. The vehicle modes are really well done, and really well executed. Galvatron is a dream. I used to have the Titans Return for a long time, but when I found this guy in Target, I didn't even have any words. I just picked him up and left. I picked him up, paid for him, and left. But it still has not changed the fact that I love this figure. I've transformed this guy about like 5 or 6 times, and it's been a blast to transform this guy. Um, I literally have no problems with this guy. Apart from the treads, the treads are really, just a little bit annoying, but I can look past that. Um, and so much so that this guy is getting a legacy re-release without the siege battle damage. Um, I don't really care for that one. I'm gonna stick with this one because I feel like that one's gonna be gone within the legacy one is gonna be gone within an instant. So that. Studio Series Hot Rod is a masterpiece of a figure. Vehicle mode is better than expected. A spitting image from the '86 movie. Robot mode, the transformation is ingenious and really is just it's like black magic. Robot mode is excellent. Um, you know, the articulation is better than I could have imagined. Um, the accessories that this guy comes with, the Matrix of Leadership, the effect piece from Matrix of Leadership, the blast effect parts, the 2 pistols, and the buzzsaw are really well done. Though this guy is more like a small Voyager, bordering on a large deluxe, this guy is really, really good. And I have had no problems with this guy. Though one of the tabs on this guy has broken, that's because it's clear plastic. I don't care. There's multiple locking points for some of the parts on here, and I just love this figure. And the reason these both are in the number 1 spot is because I could not choose between the two. I enjoy both of these figures, and I feel like if you upscale these, especially Hot Rod, who is better than the Masterpiece. He's better than the Masterpiece figure. That's how good this Studio Series Hot Rod is. Now I know that there's been some images going around of this guy having a repackage and being packaged like the SS Bumblebee movie figures. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get a second version of this guy because I really do like this guy, and I'm not gonna get him again unless I probably want to do a black repaint of this guy and turn him into the Rodimus U. Cronus mold back from Power of the Primes, the evil Hot Rod that was infused with Unicron's power. I might do that. I don't know. But, it's just, these two are just, they're legendary. Though this guy was really, really hard to find, he's really, really good. And Studio Series 86 Hot Rod is just, it's a dream, to have these two figures in my collection. So, there you go. So, there was my top 20 Transformers in my collection, the official, like anything sanctioned by Hasbro and Takara. And yeah, this was a really fun video to do, to rank all of my Transformers in my collection from the War for Cybertron trilogy onward. It was just, it really was, really, really good. And the fact of the matter is that, I'm just going to say this right now. Transformer collecting is my passion, and I love doing it. I've done it since I was a kid, and doing it now as an adult, and showing you guys these figures is just, I could have never imagined, doing something like this. Now keep in mind, this is my own personal rating. Don't take this to heart. If you have any disagreements, let me know in the comments. Just don't say anything hateful. Do not, say anything, sensitive. You know, don't make any racial slurs. Don't make anything like that. And do not, and I swear to God, do not make any comments that, you know, badmouth people's opinions. You can disagree with my opinions on these figures. However, you better have a strong claim. I'm gonna say that right now. Because unless you just are just really selfish and, you know, and just not, and you don't have a reason for, you know, not liking, you can dislike what you want, but don't bring it up to my attention unless you have a reason for it. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah. Now, at the time of this recording, my Waspinator review and my second core class review has gone up. Though it's gotten copyright claimed, the copyright claim is just so stupid. I'm not even gonna try to dispute with the copyright claim. It's because of the intro. And I've used that intro multiple times, and now today I've gotten a copyright claim, which makes no sense. I contacted YouTube and they just said, you know, try to dispute it. I'm like, really? You can't just really. I've done everything that. The thing is that YouTube does not like its creators. I'm gonna tell you that right now. YouTube does not like its creators. And if my channel gets shut down for saying that, so be it. I will still continue to make videos for you guys. You know, I'll try to do it on a different platform. If I have to do it on Reddit, then I will. But, you know, the fact of the matter is that, you know, YouTube is just really stupid with its algorithm. YouTube staff, if you're watching this and you want to delete my channel, go right ahead. I challenge you. I challenge you to do that. Because you have no right to do that. Because let me make one thing clear to you guys over at the YouTube staff. I do not make money from this. I do not look for money for this. I do this out of my own free will, and I do this because I love to. I do not want to make money from this. I'm not trying to become a full-time YouTuber. I'm doing this as a side job, as a side gig, because I like showing my Transformers collection. And if you take down my YouTube channel just for that, just because I want to show off my collection, and because, you know, oh, I use somebody else's music. I even put the video, the music, every time I put a video up, I put the original artist in my description. And I even for the Waspinator review that I did, I even put at the beginning of the video, disclaimer, all copyright belongs to the original owner, to the original makers of all the music in the video. And I still get copyright claim within the first, 2 seconds. Which is just, no reason for that. But anyway, I'm going on a rant here. So yeah, now, this is gonna come out, if you're watching this in 2022, let me know how the year is going so far. But, you know, I just want to say, you know, for the people who, for those of you out there, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and this is going to be the last review this is going to be the last review that I ever upload on in 2021. I'm probably going to do this tomorrow, on the 31st. But yeah, so I guess that's it. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram for things that are going on in my life. Go follow me on Reddit down in the description below, though Reddit's not going to be in there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your opinion, because your opinion matters to me. And I guess that's it. So there was my top 20 official Transformers in my collection. And this is Lucas saying, remember, we are here. We are waiting. And happy New Year. Let's just hope that 2022 is better.
We are here. We are waiting.